same time.
Of course, raising awareness concerning environmental issues within the community is vital. So how can we go about this effectively?
With communities, it's very vital that we approach this in a way that we understand what their needs are before, and that starts with capacity building. So I think awareness creation is to ensure that communities are capacitated, they know exactly what's happening around them, and we should also try to seek solutions from them, because many a times they are sitting with their own solutions. So in terms of creating awareness, we must make sure that we capacitate them and also listen to them so that we can address the issues that are on the ground. So it's a mutual kind of a benefit when it comes to awareness creation. It's also lending an ear to listen to them.
I think, of course, always when we hear about the environment, we're always being told how the state of the environment is deteriorating. But I'm sure there's also positive environmental changes. Have you witnessed any over the years?
Of course, I would say we are called born frees, right? But there are so many environmental changes, positive changes that have come across us growing up. I would say one of the famous one, which is why we are celebrating this day under the Beat Plastic Pollution Environmental Day theme for 2023, would be the plastic bag levy. A lot of change. If you look around, I mean, plastic bags have become very rare. I'm sure even nowadays, when you look in your cabins, plastics are kind of like becoming a bit rare. So which means that plastic bag levy that has been added, where you now have to pay a fee, has made a very behavioral change in our daily livelihoods. Some of the major changes that I've also witnessed was seeing communities coming front, mobilizing themselves and taking on initiatives to bring about change. And of course, some of them that are quite, very technical would be the renewable energy mechanisms that have been implemented in our livelihoods nowadays. So we are seeing a lot of changes in energy supply, becoming much more of solar, wind, hydrogen. I mean, the green hydrogen that is now also coming. Those are major environmental changes that we look forward to and are happening now.
How do you imagine the world will look like environmentally in 50 years? And how do you think we can play our part to ensure, it's a positive future?
That's a very good question. As stakeholders, we all have a major role to play. Each one of us in terms of behavioral change, capacity building, lending a hand, and also just implementing certain projects around ourselves in communities, grassroots level, national level. We all have a stake to play in making sure that the environment looks greener, sustainable in the near future. I foresee the natural environment to be greener, with hope that if we justly transition into sustainable ways of, doing things instead of business as usual, we'll have a greener and much more healthier environment. And that starts with us cutting down emissions, which are really the reason why we are experiencing a lot of drought and all these other issues that are associated with it. So it all starts with us acknowledging that we have made a mistake with industrial revolution, and we now have to correct that mistake by implementing new sustainable ways in changing our behaviors to becoming much more sustainable and ensuring that we have a healthier environment to live in the near future.
Toini, just lastly, is Namibia commemorating World Environmental Day, and how?
Yes, Namibia is commemorating World Environment Day. It's even happening in Kobabis. And apart from, that ceremonial celebration and commemoration, they are also, visiting radio stations and creating awareness on how far Namibia has come in terms of implementing environmental regulations and ensuring, especially now that we are looking at the theme of banning plastic or to beat plastic pollution. They're also creating awareness on how far they have come and also some of the statistics that they have retained as a measure taken to regulate that system. So yes, we are commemorating, and we are very happy to join the world in ensuring that we sustain a healthy environment, and we also contribute and play our part as a country.
Toini Amutenya, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, that was Toini Amutenya speaking to us about World Environment Day. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.